Good morning, friends and fiends, and welcome back to Diamonds and Dragons. Today we are continuing our work on Marpenoth Hall. This is a map from Dyson Logos that we have been working on for the past several weeks, and we're making pretty good progress. We have completed the courtyard, but not really. So I realized after my last stream, I actually goofed up on the dimensions of the courtyard. So we are going to have to work on that some more today. And unfortunately, because of all the windows and the interior of the courtyard, it's going to be a fair amount of work to tear down basically everything that we did in the last stream and reconfigure it so that everything fits with the new dimensions. So we're going to work on that. We're going to probably go on a little bit of an adventure and see if we can find some different blocks and things like that. I'm going to tweak my audio just a second because I almost can't hear myself over the music. I don't think it's super loud on your end, but it is loud on mine. We are listening to Good Kid, which is one of my favorite bands, and this is instrumentals of the first two albums. And I realized today that Good Kid allows YouTubers to use their audio with a free license without any kind of issues. So pretty excited about that. Doesn't look like anybody is in chat yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the game and get started on tearing down this section and getting it all kind of put back together. So basically what I figured out, I did a little bit of time and, used these torches to kind of measure. And what I accidentally did is I am short by 3 or 4 blocks about what this courtyard is supposed to look like. So this courtyard, I'll pull up the Marpenoth Hall map right here, is supposed to be fairly large. And let me orient so that you can kind of see the same dimensions, and I'll toggle back and forth. So the courtyard looks okay there, but it's actually supposed to be, like I said, about 3 blocks longer than what it is. So we have a fair amount of work to do right there. And I'm going to go ahead and get started by tearing down this part of the wall. And thankfully, I have my dark matter Morning Star, which makes this pretty fast. In fact, whenever I am on the ground, it's pretty much instantaneously whenever I hit the left mouse button. It slows down a little bit whenever I'm in the air because there's a penalty to the speed when you're in the air. Hello, Trial Fan. How are you doing today? I'm in the process of unfortunately having to tear down just about everything that we did in the courtyard last stream because I realized I screwed up my dimensions. And the whole courtyard is supposed to be about 3 blocks longer than what it actually is. So we don't have to tear down the whole thing, but we do have to extend out this side of it by another couple blocks. So that's our first task today. I did not start early. It's 10 o'clock. 10:05 already. Well, 10:05 Central. I started on time. Everybody else is late. There's Stone Homie. Morning, Stone Homie. How are you doing? How's the background audio sounding? We are listening to some new music today. We're listening to Good Kid, which is one of my favorite bands. And this is some instrumentals from their first two albums. And I found out that they allow YouTubers to use their songs for free. Stone Homie says, good, debating what my next game is going to be. We talking video games? Okay, so got that part torn out. Go ahead and break those. Get back our Stone Homie says, yeah, I've been on a bit of a break since I beat the Suikoden's. There are a ton of JRPGs on sale on Steam right now. So there are a lot of good selections if you're interested in sticking with those. I have never played Final Fantasy X. Stone Homie says, I posted a thing on Blue Sky asking what I should play. Final Fantasy X is winning. I have never played that one. It is one of the few Final Fantasies I haven't played. I need to play 10 and I need to play Final Fantasy 16 that just came out what, last year or so? It's even been that long. I think from those selections, he says it comes down to Apotheon, Chrono Cross, Baldur's Gate 3, and Final Fantasy X. I think of those, I would probably go with Final Fantasy X. Chrono Cross was okay. It's an interesting game. It's hard because you want it to be kind of like Chrono Trigger, and it's not quite the same. Okay, so we've got Stone Homie says, how about the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV, of which you can enjoy an extended free trial of right now? I have played Final Fantasy XIV. I do like it. I didn't get very far into it before my trial ran out, but okay, so Let's do some counting here and figure this out, because it should be, this whole interior of the courtyard should be 39 blocks. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17. 4, 7, 3, 6, 39. So we need to, that should be the interior of the courtyard. Stonehomie says, that's another thing. I've beaten Chrono Cross before, not since PlayStation days. It's got one of the best soundtracks ever. It does have really good music, yeah. Check our lines. Should be like 7. Six. Still not entirely sure of my dimensions here. I feel like something is still off. Measure the short side real quick. That should be 6. 16. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to fix the dimensions there. Stonehomie says, so tell us more about this Cellar of Dreams you have cooking up. So Cellar of Dreams is going to be a system agnostic tabletop role-playing game resource that basically introduces a vendor who can be incorporated into any fantasy setting, who doesn't deal in gold and services, actually deals in dreams. And it'll have some resources for being able to sell dreams to the vendor, and also to buy dreams and dream related items from the vendor. Something that I'm really interested in tabletop games is sort of like the fairy bargains or hag bargains, where you're not just dealing in gold, you're dealing in something strange and otherworldly, and that's something that I'm really interested in. So it'll be it's a work that I'm working on. I don't really know when it'll be released, probably within the next couple weeks, but it will be coming out on my Ko-fi, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it'll be pretty neat. Just to give you a little hint, the vendor appears as a white house cat with heterochromic eyes, and it's some question of whether or not that is the Cellar of Dreams' true form or not. Okay, so we need to put door here. Like that's going to be about 3 blocks wide. Hello, Stonehome Games. Welcome in. Okay. Stick those right there. Grab some more bricks. Okay, so now that I have actually no, I think we're good. I was thinking that I was going to have to shift all of this, all of these windows and stuff over, but I think they are actually, I think they're actually in a good spot. Let's check our sky view here. Yeah, that looks, those dimensions look better. A little bit longer than what it was. That looks better. I like that. Okay, cool. So I need my copycat walls and my glass. So I can stick these in here. Grab our glass. And we need some more copycat walls for the other window. Stone Homie says, I like this map. Not as clean as some modern maps, but everything is easily identifiable on it. That's all you really need in a good map. You can tell they took their time and cared about every room. Yes, I agree. Dyson Logos is one of my favorite modern map creators. I mean, he has really changed the whole a lot of the things that you see, particularly black and white or pen and ink style map making, a lot of what you see lately was sort of originated by Dyson Logos. So it's really interesting. Okay, so we got a big window there. Got all these windows here. Last. I need a carpenter's workbench. Do I have one of those? I don't think I have one of them. I need to make one. I need logs, iron, planks, and a crafting table, and a wooden axe. Philosopher's Stone, and throw it all together. Birch. So we want the glass birch doors. Then stick 3 of them vertically. I should get the tall glass birch doors, which is what I want. Decided I don't really like this thick wooden frame here. I want to make this almost entirely like a glass door. So what I'm going to do is I don't like that either. Do, instead of glass walls here, let's do copycat slabs. And we'll set our slabs up vertically. I think. Not the way I wanted it. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot better. I like that much better than the what we had before. Hello, AV64 Dancer. Welcome in. Stonehomie says, the more maps I make, the more I appreciate the work that goes into all of them. Domil makes fantastic maps too. They specialize in map stages, so the maps change as the encounter goes on. That's really cool. I like that a lot. I really like dynamic maps and dungeons and things like that, when they kind of adjust on the fly. That, our trash can, and let's tear down all of these torches. AV64 Dancer says, how is the build going? It's actually going pretty well. I realized after the last stream that I had slightly misjudged the dimensions, and I had made it slightly too short. So we fixed that, and so the courtyard, the base part of the courtyard is basically done. I still need to add the greenery and stuff like that, and I'm probably going to add some lighting in here, but we will do that at a later date. Like this, yes, I can stick this in my transmutation table. Perfect, so we can access that again later if we need it. Let's do see what kind of lamps and lanterns and that we've got here. Lamp posts. Have illuminant columns. We're going to go with the lamp post. Single. 20 lanterns, fences, and stone brick wall. I think I've got all of those. Brick walls, lanterns, and fence. Lantern, fence, and stone brick wall. Get our street lamp posts. Oh, that's not very tall. I was thinking it was gonna be like proper street lamp, but that's okay. We can stick them on fences. Actually, let's go for do the dark oak. It's okay. Like it needs something. Let's take out this bottom block. Brick wall. That helps a little bit. I've got a window over here that I forgot to put glass into. I need my copycat walls and my glass. All right, so let's do a little work on the interior here. Get my orientation. Okay, so there is a couple of trees here. Like there's maybe one right here. Oak. Any bones? Turn those into bone meal. That runs into this. That we can fit. I actually forgot to put this in my transmutation tables. Let me do that real quick. Yep. Go. Got the two trees. Should be a tree right here. The cherry sapling. Quite a bit bigger than intended, but that's okay. We will fix that. Need shears. Do I not have shears? Okay, so we got the... We like that. Need something. Need to make it a little... Yeah, that looks better. Oh, I should probably take the map down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I built a little cherry blossom tree here. We're gonna do a big cherry blossom on this side over here. Totally penetrated into the house. Actually kind of like that, where it sort of butts up against the window. Should probably trim it down just a smidge, though. Because of the way it connects with the walls. There's another one right here. Very small one here, just sort of like a... Do it kind of like a, just a little bush. And then there are some actual bushes over here. What I need to do is get some leaves. Grab some flowers to stick various places. Hello, Britflix. Welcome in. Maybe not totally finished, but here is our courtyard. Got our fancy trees. It looks quite nice. Let's drop all this stuff off. Grab our stone bricks. Pull this in a little bit. Says, but busy. Baby is being a baby this morning. My Shein order arrived and I'm unpacking all the things I forgot I ordered. There you go. Okay, very cool. So we have finished the courtyard, more or less, and we have our first section here done. So on our next stream, we will work on these, the interior rooms that kind of go along this wall right here. We'll work on those. But I think right now what I want to do, zip over here and rest in our bed real quick so we can get daylight back. There are a couple of gear upgrades that we can get, and one of the things I want to do is upgrade to the gem armor. Right now we're using red matter armor, which is ridiculously powerful, and gem armor is even more powerful. But the thing I'm really interested in is this gem helmet right here, because the gem helmet has night vision. So to make it, what we need is a Evertide amulet, a Kleinstar Omega, and a Soul Stone. We already have the Kleinstar Omega and the red matter helmet. Hello, Kayla, welcome in. Evertide amulet is really easy to make. It's just 6 water buckets and 3 dark matter, which we have in our crafting table. We need 3 dark matter, and we need water bucket. We need 6 of them. Five and 6. Our 3 dark matter, and then stick all of our buckets up and down. Evertide amulet, which acts as an infinite water bucket, which is really cool, and it can actually fire water projectiles, so that's kind of neat. Oh, that's not neat. Oops. I did not realize that it actually places water, so we need to fix that. So when it says that it places water projectiles, it is not kidding. It actually literally places water projectiles. Good to know. Okay, so to make need our Kleinstar Omega, our red matter helmet, which we have. What else did we need? And a soul stone. That is also fairly easy to make. We have the red matter, lapis lazuli, and glowstone dust. So red matter, I don't remember how many it asked for, so we're just gonna grab a stack of it. glowstone dust, and lapis. Glowstone. So the soul stone heals nearby players half a heart every half a second, so that's pretty nice. But we're going to stick all of these things together in our crafting table for our philosopher's stone, and we get our gem helmet. It actually does not consume the Evertide amulet, so that's kind of cool. We can enable and disable our dark vision now, and you can see that it just slightly lightens things up. Let's see if we can go somewhere in the dark. Go down into our mine. Yep, so here we have a dark room. We have our night vision turned off, and then we will turn it on, and you can see that it fully lights up the area and we can see everything. So that will make it a lot easier to show off the builds when it is nighttime and you guys can't see what I'm actually doing. Gritflix says, oh my god, my decals are here and I'm so excited to slap them on the minivan. What do your decals say or look like? So the gem breastplate requires a vulcanite amulet and a body stone. Vulcanite amulet requires lava buckets and dark matter. That should also be pretty easy to make. I do believe we have lava buckets. 1, 3, 5, and 6. And we need 3 dark matter. So the vulcanite amulet, press R to fire a lava projectile. Grifflix says, I got a big one that's in a gothic font with sparkle stars around the words, "Get in, loser, we're going to book club." I love it. And we need to make a body stone, which is sugar, lapis, and red matter. So we need to grab some sugar, which we do not have, but we have sugar cane, and we can make sugar from it. Grab the body stone, throw it into our crafting table just so we can, I keep saying crafting table, it's the transmutation table. And then we combine that with our red matter chest plate. And we get the gem chest plate. We want the gem leggings next. For that, we need a black hole band. Made out of an iron band, so iron and lava. Oh, we already have the iron band. Never mind. We need to do to make the black hole band. We need dark matter and string. For easy. And we need a watch of glowing time, which is a clock, obsidian, 4 dark matter, and glowstone. Obsidian. You have a clock in here? Do not have a clock in here. So how do we make a clock? Redstone and gold. Stick the clock in our table. Grab it back out. Then what are we making? Oh, yeah, watch of glowing time. What am I missing? There we go. Reflex says, another one says, nice parking spot, Rita, which is a Bluey reference. Another is pink and bubbly. Do something with your life that will make a mediocre white man angry. I like that one. And Briflix says, and one says, don't give up. You can cuss the whole time, just don't give up. I think those are wonderful decals. I love them. We need another Klein Star Omega. And our red matter leggings. And then finally, we need our Swiftwolf Rending Gale, which we already have made. But apparently did not stick into our crafting table, so we can do that real quick. And now we have the gem boots, which have step assist. Which actually lets us run really fast. And apparently includes the Swiftwolf's effect, even though we aren't doing anything with it. So that's nice. Nice little upgrade to our equipment there. Figure us show off our little farm area again. We have our sheep here in the barn. I need to go through at some point and create all the different types of dye so I can dye all the different sheep, so I can get all the different colors of wool. We also have a cow here on the other side. And I need to do something with this area back here. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with it yet. I might do like a windmill or something up on this hill. I think that might be kind of neat. There are some of the many chickens that got loose when I was trying to cram them into the chicken coop. Does this thing have slow fall? I think these boots gave me slow fall. Yeah, they did. That's cool. All right, so let's shove a whole bunch of this stuff back into our transmutation table. All the stuff that we don't need. Britflick says, gotta go, baby is babying. Trial Fan says, sheepies, moo-moos, and peeps. Okay, so let's see what type of wood do we need. Do logs, because we only have acacia, mangrove, spruce, oak, cherry, birch, and dark oak. So we don't have like jungle. There's a couple of different types of trees that we are missing. So we're going to pick a direction and we're going to go on an adventure and see what we can find. It looks like there are some interesting trees up this way. And basically what we're doing is we are just looking for blocks that we don't have at this point. And we're gonna super fast run in that direction. I really like the really long jumps. That's nice. Okay, so we've got acacia logs, we've got mangrove. There's some zombies and creepers over here. Where'd they go? Birch. Podzol. I don't think we have Podzol yet. Podzol in our... Oh, it just turns into dirt. That's weird. I don't think we have wild carrot, and we do have wheat already. There's a cool tree. We don't have pumpkins yet, I don't think. Calcite we probably need. And granite. I think we've already got granite, but we may not have calcite yet. So this is a really cool tree. These are from the Ars Nouveau mod, which I don't really know a whole lot about, other than it is a magic mod. Our shears. I want to shear off these shear off these leaves so we can throw them in the crafting or in the transmutation table as well. Not pot soil, podzol. Which is apparently like a type of... It's the type of soil that you find in like I guess you find it in like coniferous forests. I don't really know. Okay, so let's stick our archwood leaves in there, our sapling, archwood logs. Okay, so we grabbed a whole bunch of those things. Grapevine bush. We know EODZOL. Like a little ruined village here. Oh, this is from the Mine Colonies mod, which I've kind of been meaning to get into. I didn't realize this was this close. So we could actually build a little colony over here. Hey, who's hitting me? Go away, dude. A door. There it is. Problem is you move so fast with these boots on that it's very difficult to tell where you're going. So we've already got the oak and the birch. Go. These little whirly sprigs are also from the Ars Nouveau mod. Hey, look, horses. Could actually get a horse at some point. Wait on the chunks to generate. This is mostly all oak out this way. I don't think it's in this mod pack, but there is a mod called Alex's Mobs that adds tons of different animals. Like it adds raccoons, it adds elephants, it adds all sorts of really cool stuff. I don't think it's in this pack though. I haven't seen any of those. Come on. Generating these additional chunks is a little slow. It might be, it's probably because I'm streaming at the same time. It kind of bottlenecks my my system a little bit. Looks like we might have some different types of trees over here. I think they're just acacia, though. Yeah, they're just acacia trees. Sometimes I guess whenever you drop it into the map, it seems like it forces the chunks to load a little bit faster. Up a potato somewhere. I don't know why these are taking so long to load. I may have to come back here and do this when I'm not streaming. The only thing I can think of that would be making it take so long to load the chunks here. Crazy glitchy stuff. By jumping into the water when there's nothing there. There we go. Go down into this cave down here. Which is super easy with the slow fall boots. Some odd lag issues here, and I'm not really sure what's causing it. Taking a really long time for my game to pick up items and things. What's going on with my stuff here? I'm kind of almost maxing out on memory, so I may need to allocate more memory for this mod pack. That may be what I need to do. Probably using more with this armor on. It didn't seem like we were having those issues when we were not wearing the armor. Try to get out of here and see what we can do about that. Actually, not sure where the entrance was. slide directly up. There we go. Okay, so I want to test something. I want to take all this off and see if that kind of fixes the lag issues that we had. So I need to go back to our red matter. Oh, we don't have any of the equipment, any of the red matter armor in our crafting table, so we got to make all that again. Let's do Swift Wolves just so we can fly. Yeah, I feel like that might have been the issue. For whatever reason, that armor causes a lot of lag. I don't know if it's just because it's got a lot of different effects going on, but all of the chunks are loading quickly now. Quickly-ish. Huh. Well, I say they are. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know, guys. We're getting some weird technical difficulties. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and call this stream to an end and see if I can figure that stuff out. I don't really know what's going on with it. For whatever weird reason, my game is loading very slowly. Well, now it loads all of them. I don't know what's going on with it, but I think we're going to call this one closed today. We finished up the courtyard. On the next Diamonds and Dragons stream, we will work on some of the rooms around the peripheral of the building, and we might even be able to finish up the first floor. If we do that, then we can move on to the second floor, which is not particularly involved. Second floor only covers, I think, about half the building. So we will finish that up. Be sure to check out on Saturday. We will have Final Fantasy IV Ultima. That starts at 11 a.m. Eastern. We are in the end game. We are still working through a lot of the side quests and finishing those up. And so yeah, be sure to check those out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And Trialfan says, "Oh, good stream, maybe YouTube." It's probably not YouTube because it's happening during my actual gameplay. So it's not that. It's something to do with the game itself. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but I'll have to play around with it, see what I can do. I think I need to allocate some more RAM to the game. So we'll take a look at that, and then, like I said, we'll be back next week for Diamonds and Dragons. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and have a